Okay, hey Michelle, it's me. Alright, so, sorry it was taking me so long. I was just double checking on my math and everything. Okay, so basically, you're going to set it up the exact same way that I was talking about, where you're going to take 5x squared minus 3x minus 3 equals 0, okay? And you're going to set up your, of course, your A, B, and C, which, of course, your A is equal to 5, okay? Your B is going to be negative 3, and your C is, of course, is also going to be negative 3. So to help you out, that's what it looks like, alright? And then, on, God, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you're going to have x equal, we'll start it off as step 1, okay? Step 1. X equals, Jesus, I'm already lost. It's, negative b, of course. So, because, b is already a negative, you're going to switch it over to being a positive. So instead of negative 3, it's going to be positive 3, alright? And then you're going to have your plus and your minus, the square root of, now because the next one is going to be a b, it's going to stay negative 3. It doesn't have a negative in front of it, so it's not going to make it its opposite. So it's going to be negative 3 squared, and then, of course, minus your 4 times your a and your c, which is your 5 and your negative 3. So you're going to have your 5 times your negative 3, and then you're going to have it, of course, divided by 2 times the a. So it's going to be 2 times 5, alright? So, this is how you're going to set up your first step. This is step 1. This is how your equation should look, alright? Step 2. You're going to have your x equals 3 plus or minus the square root. Now, because you already know that negative 3 times negative 3, you have to square root it. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, alright? So 9. And then, of course, you're going to have your minus 4. And the parentheses for the a and, the a and the c, you're going to have the 5 times the negative 3. We already know that that's going to be negative 15. Negative 15, okay? And then you're going to have, of course, you're going to have it again, divided by 2 times a. But we already know, 2 times 5 is 10. So you can just leave it at 10 if you want to make it easier and less work. Okay? Step 3. Oh, you know what? I'll show you what it looks like. Alright. So this is what step 2 should look like. Okay? Now step 3. You do x equals 3 plus or minus again, square root of 9. Now, because the 4, technically, if you're thinking about it, there's an invisible positive sign in front of that negative 4. It's not minus 4, it is a negative 4. So it's going to be 9 plus a negative 4 times negative 15. So it's going to be 9 plus, now we know that negative 4 times negative 15 is 60. Positive 60. So it's going to be 9 plus 60. Alright? Then, of course, divide it by your 10. This is what your step 3 should look like. Okay? Now, step 4. Your x equals your 3 plus or minus again. Now your square root is going to be 69. What's under the square root sign? So it's going to be 69 divided by 10. Alright? So this is what your step 4 should look like. Now, if you've got your calculator, this is where we split up the steps between the 3 plus or minus, all right? So we'll start off with just the plus. So this is where we have a whole different ball game thing, all right? So we're going to have x equals 3 plus. Now if you have a calculator, the square root of 69, it should be blah 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 blah. Give me a moment. Let me see. It should be, yeah, it should be 11.3. Wow, that's not right. Give me a second. No, excuse me. It's going to be 8.31. That is what's the square root of 69, okay? So you're going to have it set up as 3 plus 8.31 divided by 10, okay? So this is your step 1 for your little positive thing. This is how it should look. Damn it. This is how it should look, okay? Next step. X equals, now 3 plus 8.31, of course, easy. It's 11.31, alright? So you're going to put down 11.31 divided by 10. Now all you got to do is just divide it by 11.31 divided by 10. Now I don't know how your teacher is going to want you to set it up. So it might be a little bit different. I don't know if he's going to want you to round it to the tenths, but from how I rounded it for the 69 square, I had it as 8.31 because originally it was 8.3066 and then something else. So I just rounded it to 8.31, okay? Now your answer after, give me a moment, 11.31 divided by 10 should come out as divided by 10 equals, it should come out as 1.131, okay? So that's your first answer, okay? So it should be 1.131. This is your first answer for the positive, okay? Now, we're going to start with the second. So it's going to be x equals 3 minus the square root of 69, okay? Over 10, alright? It's going to be your step 1. This is how your step 1 for the subtracting should look, alright? Now, after that, of course, you know it's going to be x equals 3 minus 8.31 over 10, okay? So now you're going to be doing the 3 minus 8.31. So you're going to have 3 minus 8.31 equals, and it's going to be negative 7.9. I don't know if your teacher is going to want you to round that up to 8, but that is how I have it. So it's going to be negative 7.933. So x equals negative 7.933. Then you're going to divide it by 10, of course. Now, after you divide it, you should come up with negative 0.531, and that is going to be your other answer. So in total, that is what your final step should look like, and then that will be your answer. So both of your answers should be x equals 1.131 and x equals negative 0.531. That is your final answer. Now, if you need any questions, feel free to let me know, okay? Hopefully that was helpful, and I will hear from you soon, okay? Love you. Bye.